Hi there, everybody. We're going to begin this morning with some yoga for strength. And then after yoga for strength, we're going to come into nice gentle flow yoga. So gather everything that you would want at the mat for you for coming down and relaxing. But we are going to begin by a little bit of work. My phone has been acting up. So if we get cut off, I am sorry. I have no idea what it's doing. It wouldn't put calls through, wouldn't give me voicemail, wouldn't let me text. It had all kinds of crazy things. And then it actually was not letting me on the Facebook either. And then suddenly it decided to put the Facebook on. And I thought, whew, because I'm here at the studio, all I have is my phone. I rode my bike. What can I say? It's one of those things. This has been quite the learning curve for technology. So as we all gather at the mat, and I'm looking to see where I'm lined up, see if that's better. We will begin in a standing position. So as you find yourself on the mat, let's take a moment to make sure all the distractions are turned off or put away. And that when we look around our mat, we don't have anything that's in our way, but yet we do have things that we may want to use for our practice this morning. So as we take a stand towards the head of the mat, let's look at all 10 toes and allow those toes to be facing forward. Feel the arches of the feet lifting up into the top of the foot. And the interesting thing here is you may feel how that makes the legs feel strong. You can feel this uplifting energy, which actually helps us lift our pelvic floor. And then maybe roll those shoulders a few times that we can just kind of soften them down. We can feel the head nice and tall. And just take a moment to close our eyes. And as we close our eyes, draw our awareness here towards our feet. That feeling of grounding, that connection to the earth. Feel how nice it is to feel that mat under your feet. Hopefully you're like I am. That no matter how bad of a day, no matter what you're feeling, when you unroll the mat and you come onto the mat and you feel that mat beneath you, you know everything is going to be okay. So with our eyes closed, breathing in, imagining we're drawing that breath up from that arch of that foot, feeling it rise all the way up. Feel the legs, feel that pelvic floor, feel the firmness of the belly. So we can feel now our chest actually expanding, but feel the shoulders melting down. Having those shoulders up in the ears that you're tight and you're mad or you're sad or apprehensive is not a position of strength. So here we can let those shoulders come down. We can feel the chest expand. And let's begin with a few sun moon salutes. As we inhale the arms out to the side, the arms lift up, palms come together, and we exhale down. So as we do this, draw that energy up as you lift. And then as you bring the hands to the heart, you're bringing that energy deep within. And let's begin creating a little hinge of our head. So we make this into a little chair. And just start to hinge at the hip, just start to awaken the legs. Feeling as you press the earth away, as you lift up, feeling that strength. Flow here with the movement of the breath so that we don't feel any tension or tightness anywhere, but yet we feel this sense of strength. Let's go ahead and flow one more time. Excuse me. But let's come into chair this next time. take a moment here just to pause. Feel again the shoulders relaxing from the ears. Feel where the weight is in your feet. Are you falling heavily back into the back of the heel, which may actually create tension? Are you going so far forward on your toes that again you're tense? But can you feel that weight balance between the ball of the foot and the front of the heel? And feel there, maybe bending a little bit more. And then maybe coming out a little bit more, not all the way. And let's just begin a little dip, a little bit more. And coming up a little more. And then we may say, oh, those legs are waking up. So nothing fast. Just moving with the breath. Feel that space. And then can we come down a little bit more and stay here? Now we want to press back, feel the butt. You want to breathe here into the hips. So you want to feel those glutes, feel the strength of the legs. Maybe take your hands and feel them. Feel those muscles wrapping into those bones. And then let's come down all the way. Bring our hands down to the ground. Allow those hips to rise and whatever feels good. Maybe wiggle them out just a little bit. Walk the hands to one side. Come back center and walk to the other side. And we're going to do a little bit of our body warming up here, getting a little bit more blood flow. So hands come center again. Let's inhale, look forward. Now when you're ready, step back please, right foot. Step it back, it's a big lunge. Step back now to plank. And guess what we need to do? We're either going to bring our knees down, or if we feel ready to keep our knees up, come down into a little yoga push-up. That's our chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, whatever feels good. Curl those toes, press back, downward facing dog. Now because we stepped back with the right foot, we're going to step up with the left. We then step up with the right. Find that fold. Inhale, look forward. Let's shift it to the other side. Step back left. Step back right. Find your plank. Come down, chaturanga please. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Then press back, downward facing dog. Let's step up right. Step up left. Inhale, look forward. Now as you exhale, sit back in the hips. Find that place that we got here from. When you're ready, lift up and let's come up all the way. Let's go ahead and do that one more time. Exhale, hands to the heart, sit into chair. Pause here. Feel the legs. Remember to breathe. And as you exhale, maybe come down a little deeper. And as you inhale, maybe come up a little bit. And then maybe come down a little bit. And then up a little bit. You know the drill. Just breathe. How are those legs? How are we feeling? Are we awake? So the next time, bending just a little bit more. Find that place. And again, feel the butt cheeks. Breathe into them like you're breathing into balloons. Feel those legs. Let's count. Exhale all the way down. Hands come down. Let those hips rise. Walk the hands to one side, whatever side you want to go to. Come center and the opposite side. Come back center. Let's look forward. Step back right. Step back left. Plank pose. Chaturanga down. Your choice. Cobra. Upward facing dog. Choice is yours. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Step up left. Step up right. Stay here. Find your fold. Inhale, look forward. Go ahead, step back left. Step back right. Plank pose. Let's do a chaturanga. Inhale, lift and open, upward facing dog cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's go ahead here. When we're ready, we need to step up. With our left, step up with our right. Here we are. Take a nice inhale, look forward. Exhale, release in the fold. One more time. Take a nice inhale, look forward. Exhale, sitting into the hips once again. Slowly now, begin to lift. Come all the way up. Let's bring the hands to the heart. Pause into that chair pose again. How do we feel? I am strong. I am capable. Find your breath. Come down a little deeper. Come out just a little bit. Here we go again. Sinking a little bit more. Lifting a little more. Come down, hold in that space. You've got it, breathe, feel. And then as you exhale all the way down, find that fold. And then we'll walk our hands to one side. You go wherever you want to go here. Come back to center and go the other way. Let's add on here. So when we're ready, our hands come back to the center. Let's look forward. It's that monkey pose. We're going to step back with the right as far as we possibly can. Go ahead and get that back. And then can you step back with the left? Find your plank. Now it's really important to find where your hands need to be. So take a moment to widen your fingers. Make sure that the hands are aligned under the shoulders. Find your plank and enjoy that plank pose. When you're ready, press to downward facing dog. Hips go back. Feel the arms really long and strong, pressing the front of the mat away, feeling those hips rise up. Let's give ourselves here that little vinyasa as we flow forward into plank. We then lower down into the chaturanga. Inhale, lift and open, and pause. So here, feel that chest open and breathe. We curl the toes, and we're going to exhale, downward facing dog. Now from here, guys, we're going to take our hands and walk them back towards our feet. Find your fold from here. We'll inhale, look forward, sit into that chair, and then come on and rise all the way up. Let's take a moment here, letting the arms come down. So because we stepped back with our right leg, our left leg now is the leg that's going to work. And we're going to do what's called a reach lunge, which actually is the positioning that we do when we're in Warrior One. But this is going to help strengthen our knees and strengthen our legs, our thighs, and helps to really prevent us from falling forward when we have that knee bent. So standing here nice and tall, taking a nice breath, feeling that energy rise up, all our weight's going to go on the right leg. We're going to take the left foot. All we want to do at first is step this foot forward like we're taking a big step. Look how that knee has a bend, and we're going to keep that right leg straight. We're going to keep our hips level, and then as we exhale, we're going to lean forward, bringing our hands down towards the ground by that left foot. Now, as you inhale to lift up, you really want to feel strong into that left leg. You're pressing that mat of the way, and then you come back up and step up. Let's do that again. Start here with the big inhale. Feel that leg lift. Step it forward. Feel that alignment as you exhale, lean forward. As you inhale, pressing that mat away, lifting up and stepping back. So you should really feel that in the back of that left thigh. Inhale and lift. Exhaling, coming down. Feel that leg as you press away, inhale. Feel that exhale as you just melt back here. Let's go ahead and do a few more. Stepping, coming in. Inhaling and lifting up. If you want to start using your arms, you can, using that exhale, reaching. That inhale as you lift, and you come back up. Exhaling, reaching. Inhaling, coming up. Now we're going to hold this next time. As you come forward, reach the hand and stay here. Feel how that right hip is easing forward, left hip is easing back. Can we slowly begin to slide the left hip back so that that left leg straightens? Lengthen the spine here, looking forward, and feel that nice pyramid pose. Lengthen your body through, and as you exhale, lower down. Take a nice inhale again, look forward, softly bend that left knee. Now slowly turn the right heel in, just enough that now you feel that warrior footing. And as you inhale, let's rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Stay here and pause. Soften those shoulders as we inhale, straighten that left leg once again. Feel here as though you're drawing your thighs together. Find your breath. Let's go ahead and soften that knee again. Exhale, flow forward. Right hip is easing forward, left hip is easing back. We're going to find that pyramid one more time, easing that hip back. But as we softly bend that left knee again, let's turn the right foot so the heel presses straight back. As we inhale, we're going to look forward, start to walk our hands forward. Step back with that left foot now, find your plank. Here we go. When you're ready, chaturanga down. Inhale, lift and open, cobra or upward facing dog. As we exhale, come back to downward facing dog. As we look forward, let's take that left foot, as it will eagerly now step to the front of the mat. Step it up. You got it. And then when you're ready, bring that right foot up as well. Pause here. Never pausing the breath, but maybe pausing the motion, walking the hands to one side. Coming back to center and walking the other side. We'll come back center once again. Let's take a nice inhale, look forward. Let's shift the weight this time into the right foot. And we want to invite that left foot to step back. Go ahead, get it all the way back. And now step that right foot back, find your plank. Again, find your hands. Where do they need to be? Make sure the fingers are wide, the alignment with the shoulders over the hands. And let's give ourselves that chaturanga. Knees up or down, choice is yours. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Pause here as you feel the fingers pressing forward, your hips back. Feel the length in the legs, and we'll walk our hands back towards our feet. Find that fold. Maybe here you can really feel the back body getting taller and longer. As you feel the arches of the feet lifting up, the pelvic floor rise, you feel the energy, the working in the front body, both the legs and the trunk. Let's inhale, look forward. When you're ready, sitting down in towards that squat, that little chair pose, feel the legs, the buttocks, and let's rise all the way up. Arms will come down to the side, and let's find mountain. Need to do a little close readjustment. So let's go ahead this time. Our left foot's the one that's going to step forward, and we're going to notice how our body really doesn't seem to work the same on both sides. It's really going to enjoy the movement more with one side than it is the other. So it's the right foot that's coming forward, and it's the left foot that's going to be stepping back, just like we just did to get back here. So let's just for a moment stand tall, shoulders down, lifting our heart. Feel inhale, lift up, stepping that right foot up, then step it forward. Again, we have that little bend to the knee, right hip eases back, left hip comes forward, and then as you exhale, lean the body down. As we inhale, look forward, lift up, and step back. Use that exhale to come here. Let's do that again, just with our legs. Inhale and lift, step. Feel the hips align as you exhale, reaching. And then inhale, come up. Are you ready to use the arms? It's that inhale and that exhale. Keeping that left leg strong, that right knee bent. Feel that back of the thigh, especially as you inhale, lift. And this is what helps to really strengthen the knee, because the knee needs to be protected from falling forward. And that's what we're doing here, working in this space, training the motion. Feel that exhale as you bend, keeping those hips aligned. Do you notice how the two sides are not the same? Let's go ahead and step up one more time. This is the one we're going to hold. So feel that left hip coming forward, right hip coming back, pausing here. And if you're feeling something in the back of the thigh, you've got it. Let's go ahead and ease that right hip back. So now you feel that right leg straightening. And you may feel that sensation in the back of the leg a little more, but don't push it. You don't want to feel as though that muscle's being strained. You want to feel it, that it's being given space to elongate. Let's go ahead, bend that right knee just a little bit. That left leg is still strong. We're going to turn that heel in. So now we have that nice warrior one footing. As you inhale, look forward, press strongly, and let's lift up. Virabhadrasana 1. So you're feeling how that left thigh is actually turning inwards. And let's straighten that right leg. Imagine you're squeezing your thighs together. And then we'll softly bend that right knee again. And then let's come forward one more time. Exhale, hinging at the hip. Make sure that left hip is traveling forward, right hip is traveling back. Finding again that length in that right leg as we find that pyramid. Maybe your body's giving you a little more space this time, bending once again that right knee. Keep that left leg strong as we take that left heel back. So this is the position that got us here. We're going to look forward. We're going to walk our hands forward. And now take that right foot back to meet the left. Find your plank. When you're ready, let's go ahead and give ourselves that chaturanga. Take your time and inhale. Stay here, either in cobra or upward facing dog. Let's curl those toes as you exhale. Come back, downward facing dog. We'll look forward and step the right foot up. Then follow it with the left. Find your fold. Inhale, look forward. And when you're ready, sitting back into the hips again, feel that energy, and then let's rise up. And when you're ready, hands come down. How are we feeling, guys? Hopefully strong. So we're going to take a moment, just work our shoulders just a bit. And imagine here that I was handing you a big beach ball. So when you're ready and you open that chest, the arms are long, imagine I was holding a beach ball. So I'm just going to turn for a moment that you can see the arms are straight. I'm not bringing the hands together, but it's as though there was a ball that I was squeezing between my two hands. So here we can begin to feel the muscles of the arms really working. So the interesting thing is that tricep, this back of the arm, that part that gets flabby, well, this muscle actually works when the arm is extended, when that elbow is straight and extended. So when you're really pushing that back, that's when you really activate that muscle. And we need to be careful we're not throwing our head forward, that we stay in that nice alignment. And we just feel that space. So feel those arms breathing in. And then when you're ready, turn your thumbs out like you're going to hitch a ride. Let's inhale, look all the way up. As we exhale, float down, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Now guys, this is where choice is yours. I want you to step back into plank. Whatever leg you want to plank is fine with me. Now we're so accustomed to always coming down and then up into cobra, upward facing dog. What we want to do here is do 3 chaturangas, and that we push down and then we push up. So when you're ready to come down, press down and then press straight back up. And then when you're ready, you press down, press straight back up. One more time. Press down, press straight back up. How do those arms feel? Next time, press down, hover, and then come to cobra or upward facing dog. Now feel those arms really strong. No bending to that elbow. Press that earth away. Feel those muscles. Let's point our toes. And as you exhale, now draw your hips back to your heels. And take a moment just to pause. Let's look forward. Let's keep the arms strong, fingers wide. Slowly come forward again. Find that plank. One more chaturanga, that's it. One more, exhale down. Press up to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now feel those arms really strong in that downward facing dog. There's no bends, the hips are up. We're going to slowly begin to take our feet towards our hands. Find your fold. And we're going to end as we began, inhaling, looking forward. Let's lower down those hips. When you're ready, come up. Let's bring our hands together. Exhale to chair. And do just a few of those very slow pulses. That exhale, that little inhale, that little exhale, that little inhale. I think you're completely with me now. Come down, hold. And then when you're ready, rise all the way up. Let's from here give ourselves a few sun moon salutes as we just bring our hands to our hearts. Standing tall. This next time, we'll let our hands come down to our sides. Maybe adjust those shoulders a few times. Feel that chest open. And let's feel just how we were when we began today. Having all 10 toes facing forward. Feel the chest expand. Feel the arches of the feet lifting up. So now you should really feel those legs strong. Feel that pelvic floor rise. Feel the body now firm, strong, and connected, but not tense, not tight. Let your eyes close. And here, breathing in, I am strong. I am all I need to be. Now when you're ready, the eyes open. And let's begin to bring ourselves down to lie on our backs. So hopefully you feel good. So we're going to bring ourselves down onto our backs. Take a moment to adjust so that you can feel your head supported. If you want to feel your legs supported for the moment, that's fine. You can bend the knees, you can have the legs straight. And once we find ourselves laying back, let's roll our shoulders so that our chest is open. Our palms are open. We can allow, when our legs are long, our toes to turn out. But again, if we need to have our knees bent, we do so. Let our eyelids gently close. And now feeling our entire body just melt. Just feel whatever tension, tightness, concerns, or worries that you may have just to rise off your body, just like you see steam rise from a cooking pot. Feel the arms heavy, the legs heavy, the back heavy, but yet feeling our front body very open. Let's let our right ear just tilt to the right shoulder for a moment. Nothing more than just that little bend of the head. And then come back to center and do the other, left ear to left shoulder. Notice how the two sides of the neck and shoulders feel. And then bring our head back to center. And then maybe allow our head just to turn a little side to side as we are saying no tension, no worries. And then imagining your nose as like a little pencil. And we're going to draw a little circle on the ceiling. So you go to the side and then it comes up and then down a little. Nothing big. And then whatever direction we're going, let's stop so that we can take it the other way. And then when ready, we come back center. Feel those shoulders release, jaws relax. And if our legs are long here, we want to go ahead now and bend them in. And maybe allow the knees a little sway side to side, that we can actually feel our hips one at a time lifting up. And then after we come back center, let's go ahead and draw our knees upwards in towards our chest. And give ourselves just for a moment that Apanasana, that release wind pose. Feel how our shoulders now relax down. And we just pause. Now we're going to keep our right knee up in towards our chest. And allow the left knee to stay bent, but the left foot comes down. That right knee is in the chest. Let's go ahead and make some circles with this right hip. So we keep the left knee bent, which actually takes tension out of our back, and it will allow that hip to move with a little less resistance. And then whatever direction you're going in with your circle, let's go ahead and take that the other way. And just because you're now going in the opposite direction, you may notice a different sensation. And then we'll bring that knee as though that right knee wants to come towards the right shoulder. Now at the moment, notice what you may be doing. Don't push your back into the mat, but if you will, press that left foot strongly into the mat. So feel now that left leg really strong, and you may be less inclined to push the back as you feel that space. Sliding that knee up towards the shoulder, tongue can float to the roof of the mouth, and as you inhale now, lift up if that feels good to you. That can be quite the strain on your neck or your shoulders, so be very careful here. And then as we exhale, lowering the upper body down. We did a lot of work for our legs, so let's go ahead and see if we can stretch this out a bit. We're going to bring our hands behind the thigh and maybe work our hands up and down the thigh a minute so you can feel the place on that right back of a thigh where you have the meatiest sensation. It should be somewhere kind of in the middle. It's not at the hip and it's not behind the knee, but where you feel it's just meat. If it's up close to the knee, you start feeling those tendons, and that's not what we want to do. So just come to that place, maybe interlace your fingers, make a little pocket here, and then we're just going to straighten this right leg up, and then we're just going to exhale and softly bend the knee and maybe slide it back in. So let's for a moment do this very softly. We don't want to make any tension, so when you hold on behind that thigh, you can really feel if you're tightening. So we don't want to tighten, we just want to feel. And that knee straightening and bending is something that we do all the time, all day long. So don't even think about it here. Just allow that leg to move. Feel that leg pushes away as you straighten. And then the next time we straighten that right leg up, just take a moment and let it come straight. So you should feel that hamstring pressing into the hand. Let the weight of the leg fall into your hands so you can take your hands and kind of move that leg. So don't tighten the leg, but feel that you're just holding, and this is so natural to us. the muscles, the quadriceps, are what you should be tightening. And then maybe let your toes melt down towards your head so you can feel the heels pressing up, and suddenly you start feeling this whole back of the leg getting longer. But again, don't make it tight. You can't stretch something that's tight. And maybe just pause here. And then we'll bend that knee, and again, softly let that knee turn out to the side and cross that right ankle now over that left leg. Let's go ahead and slide our shoulder blades underneath again, open the chest, and allow the legs to sway side to side. So this is not that we're trying to come all the way down, but we're just allowing them to sway side to side. Feel the belly. When you come back out of your sway side to side, cross that right leg all the way over that left. So now that right leg is heavy. We're going to take that left foot and walk it right a little bit, whatever feels good, and then slowly allow the legs to go to the left. So what you're probably going to feel is that right foot's the first thing that touches down. You may get quite the stretch here, because now that left leg, which is caught under that right, is actually giving a little resistance. It's kind of drawing us in. So we have that nice little twist, but hopefully you really feel the stuff on that outside of that right thigh. We have something here called the TF, the tensor fasciae lata, which a lot of people get a syndrome of problems there, and the IT band, the iliotibial band, which is a band that runs all the way down. So it's not uncommon for people to complain of problems on that outside of the hip down that leg. So getting a nice little stretch into that place can really help. And then slowly to come out, you're working that hip. Don't think about lifting the legs as much as you're kind of feeling yourself guiding that hip back so you find yourself level. And then can we bring both knees up into the chest? Maybe your hands reach past that right knee and they can go right to the left knee. Maybe you're lucky if you just hold the right knee. All this is good. Maybe your hands can come underneath the thighs and you hold there. And then if your arms are really long and you know which leg is the left and which is the right, your left hand can grab your right ankle. And then your right hand grabs your left ankle. And this is when you laugh because you're trying to figure out which hand has which leg. But think here about our Turkish sit pose. And that's what this is, but it's just from a different perspective. Now let's go ahead and release the legs. Your left foot is the one closer to the ground, so go ahead and just allow this left to come down. Can you take the right foot now and cross it underneath that left? Guess where we are now? This is eagle. And feel that space. Let's go ahead and take our left hand, touch the right shoulder. Right arm sweeps underneath, touch the left shoulder. And then bring the arms into eagle. So you may say here, I have a hard enough time in this pose when I'm upright. When my back is to the ground, it's not working. So that's fine. Just press your elbows in, just lift. The backs of the hands come towards one another, that's good. If your palms are just facing your face, that's fine too. Just work so that you can get that nice twist and where you are. Find your breath here. And maybe you said that right foot is nowhere near going to cross under that left. That's fine, just keep the legs crossed. Let's go ahead and release the arms. Release the foot. And then slowly allow this right leg to just slide down that left. I think of a ski slope here. And then let that leg lengthen. We're going to take that right arm, reach it back behind us, lengthen through, Look to the left, let your ear press to the left shoulder. And then gently and slowly come back. We're going to bend that right knee again. And let's bring that left leg up. Go ahead and grate that leg. Soften the back and allow now that hip to move. So just allow that hip to move in gentle circles, whatever feels good to you. And again, you may notice how the two sides feel very different. So whatever direction your circle's going, guys, let's go ahead and take it the other way. Let's go ahead and finish up the next circle, drawing that left knee towards your left shoulder. So now again, if you feel that you're pushing the back into the mat, relax the back. Be long, but now press the right foot strongly into the mat. Feel the energy in the leg. That may help you not push the back. So now you can feel really strong because you start lifting that pelvic floor, getting that mula bandha, that root lock. Let's go ahead and slide our hands behind that left thigh. Again, so maybe move up and down that you can really feel that medius part of the hamstring is. So right up under that knee, you may feel these cords. Those are the tendons. So we don't want to push into there. And as you go down towards the hip, you may notice there's kind of a little divot there too. So you want to feel that medius part. And once you find that, again, interlace your fingers, make like a little basket. Soften the shoulders. And then we're going to do what comes so natural to us is we let that leg just kind of lengthen. So let that hamstring reach into the hand. We then bend the knee and then bring it back in. So again, just allow yourself to extend and to bend. It's as simple as that. It's something that you do all day long. Just allow the weight of the leg to come into the hands. So don't really think too hard about it. When we think too much about it, that's when we say, oh, wait a minute, my hamstring's short, I can't do that, it's tight. Well, it's not. It's just that you start to overthink it. Let's go ahead and let that leg get long this next time. Feel that thigh push into the hands. So you're not pulling the leg towards you. That's a recipe for the knee to bend. But let that leg press into the hands and then feel your toes reaching towards your head. So now you can feel these muscles in the front of the leg. This muscle on the front, the quadricep, that's what's working to straighten the leg. This back muscle, that hamstring, will release and get longer because this muscle in the front is doing that work. And that's where we want to be. Let's go ahead and softly bend that knee again. Draw it in. As we draw the knee towards the shoulder, our tongue floats to the roof of the mouth. And as we inhale, we like to lift our upper body up. So we may say, no, my shoulders and neck really feel better if I don't lift them. So please don't lift them. I'm not sending yoga police to your house. And then we'll release down. Let's go ahead and cross this left ankle over that right knee. Let our arms reach out to the side, slide our shoulder blades down, and allow the legs here to sway a bit side to side. Now you may also notice that when you do this, the one side seems to play a little more than the other. So that's quite natural. Now the next time we sway side to side, we feel that we've swayed evenly. Come back to center, and that left leg is just going to cascade down over that right. And then we want to take that right foot and move it left. So move it wherever it's comfortable. We'll only go so far. And then when you're ready, our legs will flow to the right. That left foot is probably what touches ground. We'll let our gaze go left. And again, perhaps you start to feel that nice stretch in that outside of that left thigh and that hip. Because that right leg is actually a little distraction, so it's an assisted stretch. You're getting an assisted stretch with your own body. So that nice twist. Just breathe. And then when we go to come out, think less about picking up the weight of the legs and think more about just realigning the pelvis, using the belly to slowly bring that left hip back down. So take an inhale, feel that pelvic floor lift, feel that hip coming back down. And then we'll bring both knees in towards our chest. So again, maybe our hands can bypass that left knee and go right to the right knee as we draw it in. Maybe the hands come under the thigh. And again, you're probably getting a little stretch in that space. And then this is where you see if your right hand can now grab your left ankle and your left hand grabs your right ankle. And that's when you start laughing at yourself trying to figure out which hand and which ankle. Just think how I feel, because I'm doing this as mirror image. So just breathe. This is a supine Turkish sit. If you have the ankles, go ahead and release them. If you have the knees, go ahead and release. We're going to let that right leg, the foot come down. Keep that left leg crossed. And then are you able to swing that left foot now under that right? Maybe the foot doesn't come under, but you just keep the legs crossed. And we want to come once again into our eagle. So this time our right hand is going to come to the left shoulder. And then we swing the left arm underneath. So the left hand comes to the right shoulder. And then pressing the arms together, letting the hands lift. And then can you bring the palms together? And again, you may say, I have a hard enough time when my body's up. This really is a challenge when I'm laying on my back. Yes, that is absolutely correct. So maybe the backs of the hands, maybe the palms face your head, or maybe you just kind of work at turning. That's fine. You're breathing, you're moving, you're practicing yoga. It's all good. And then releasing the hands. Letting those arms melt out once again. We can release that left foot. Just feel that weight of the leg. Slide that foot down that right shin. And then that left leg goes long. Let's take that left arm all the way back behind us. Turn our head to the right and just take a moment here to find this space. And then once again, come on out. Let's bend that left knee in. And just give our legs a chance, once again, that sway side to side, that little windshield wiper that we know so well. Let your gaze look in the direction opposite of the knees, and it's not about how far over the legs go, but just feel now that mobility that your body has discovered. And when your legs go to one side that feels good, go ahead and just go over, roll to that side, and we're going to come up to a seat. Now, instead of crossing our legs, we want our legs to be long. We can let them stay on the mat. Maybe we want our feet wider than the mat. That's okay. But we do want a little bit of width here, not straight and tight together. So again, they could be just a little bit. Maybe I'll step back so that you can see. But we're not trying to get a big straddle. That's not where we're trying. We inhale and lift and open the chest, and we exhale and round. Give ourselves a few little mobility here, breathing. Now the next time we're on our inhale, we're going to take that right hand, reach it forward. Let's rotate back and come into a twist. This left hand now may want to sit right in between the legs. You can really feel the hand strong, or maybe that hand crosses over. It's really where do you want to feel this today? Is it a little bit more belly if the hand is down? It's a little more shoulder blade if the hand is crossed over. And then slowly, let's come back center. Let's take that left arm forward as we inhale, lifting, taking it back. And again, it's up to you. Right hand can cross over. You feel it's more shoulder blade. Or the hand down, you can feel you're lifting tall and you get a little more of that belly. And then come back center. Let's bring our hands here to the center, lift up tall, and just start walking our hands forward. Take your time. Feel the pelvis first melting down into the thighs. So we don't want to leave our pelvis back there. The pelvis is what's rocking forward, and our upper body is in line with that. So it's just like a forward fold. We don't leave anything that's above our hips upright. We let everything come down. And then just take your time to bring yourself through, and you hopefully will feel that nice stretch in the back of the legs. Notice the shoulders, if they're crunching into the ears, go ahead and soften them. Maybe make sure the body can sway just a little bit. So just getting a little bit more stretch in the legs before we come down to relax because of the work in our first half. If you have a yoga block, which I happen to have one here within reach, you can bring the block in front of you and maybe see if you can rest your head. And if your head doesn't come down to the ground, you can take it in all those different levels to help you relax. Now to come out, we do need to lift our head. Feel the back align. Feel the muscles, those extensor muscles. Actually, the erector is their name, the erector spinae, but they keep us extended, and then we walk ourselves up. let's take a moment that if you would like to stay here in a seated position with your eyes gently closed and just for a moment of quiet and calm. If you would like to lay down, please do so. But from wherever here that you wish to be, let your eyes softly close and feel your eyes soft in your head. Feeling our jaws relax and our tongue come to the floor of our mouth. Feel our shoulders relax from the ears. Feeling our hips relax. And we just become our breath. From wherever you are, just begin to bring subtle movements back into the body. We can all join in a seat. Letting our eyes stay closed, but our hands to our hearts. May the long-time sun shine upon you. May all love surround you. And may the pure light within you guide you on. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for joining me. I am Flow Yoga Faith. And our videos are available to you all the time on the Facebook page. We now also have a YouTube channel, which is Flow Yoga Faith and Friends. I'm trying to get as many of the videos to pop on the YouTube. I'm having a problem with a few of them, but for the most part, they're there. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day.